Two guys chasing a mission to drive the fastest and the nicest cars on the planet. This right here with me is a 1988 model, and that isn't the only thing which is special about this car. So 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to Speedster Syndicate, your go-to place for the best and the fastest cars on the planet. On today's episode, we have something which happens to be really close to my heart and close to the heart of a lot of other car enthusiasts. It's an icon that Mercedes produced in the 80s. This right here with me is a 1988 model W126 Mercedes 560 SEL edition. This version parked next to me is also longer, 10 centimeters longer than the standard version, and that isn't the only thing which is special about this car. If you see behind me, it doesn't really come with the original block headlights which you usually see on the W126. The owner got these pieces from the US. The paint job on the car is stock, but what's not stock is these gold accents, and you will find them all over the car because this car has been fully redone and refurbished by the Japanese tuning company called Wald. The ones who are already familiar with the classics and the ones who are already familiar with the history of Japan tuning, JDM, are already probably acquainted with the name Wald. Looking at this one, you can see that they've done a really, really beautiful job. The tires on this one are OZ rims with 17 inches. Also not stock. The rims also come with the white in the middle and gold accents on the side. The interior comes with CSE seats. It also comes with electronic controls, which you don't find on a normal W126, as well as a whole stereo system, which is actually, the accents of which are actually gold-plated. Everything from the audio, from the equalizer, from the stereo is gold-plated. The front badge is gold-plated. The badges for Wald on the back are gold-plated. I'm not sure if this emboss here is gold-plated or not, but yeah, it really is a sight for the eyes. After opening the bonnet of this car, there's a big motor inside. It's obviously a naturally aspirated V8 engine, which unfortunately you don't find in Mercedes cars anymore. They come with 4-cylinder 2-liter engine with the new C63. Obviously, not only does this engine sound really good, but it feels even better. And definitely puts up a lot of power and torque. Except for the engine installations, the ABS has been packed up on this car, which wasn't the case in previous models. This is, I think, the second generation which came with the ABS. So when I take you around the back, you already see the trims and accents which have been changed on this. This thing is also an addition which you don't see on the stock version of the car. You see it on the Wald version. Another addition is the Wald exhaust tips, looking really beefy, and the car has been considerably lowered. As you can see, there's not even enough space to put your fingers in. Literally, I cannot put my fingers in through this. The Wald badging on the back end, although the gold plating is fading a little bit because when you polish it every time, it comes off. More than enough space in the back, obviously, to store whatever you want to store. So as you see now, I'm seated inside of the car. All I can tell you guys is that there's a lot of luxury. The first time I sat in the other black 500 SL, it already felt really luxurious because it had all the things from moving seats. These things here are supposed to push the seat front and back. This brings it up and down. So it's got the heated seats on the front and the back with all these knobs and gauges, which you won't find on an ordinary model. There's this eagle installed as a gear shifter. If I take you to the back, so when I take you around the back, there is actually a lot of place for me to sit here because first off, the leg room, and since this is an S-Class, the S-Class stands for luxury. It maintains it when you come at the back because let's say you want to have breakfast on your way to work. You got these tables here which can easily fold up and down. Got Mercedes-Benz logo at the back. Wooden accents all over, electronic controls even for back then in the time, and what's even more impressive is that it has ventilation at the back. Movable seats. The big seat at the back can actually be moved front and back as per your comfort, which you don't even find in newer cars these days. Footrest, I don't want to get them dirty right now because they're really clean. What they thought about, which they don't think about now, is people like me who are smokers and who would maybe like to smoke 1 or 2 while they're in the car, which I don't really recommend. But if you want to do that, you just open this up, light your lighter up, light your cigarette up, and then you can continue smoking. And while you're smoking, you can always pull away these blinds to throw your ash out, obviously. But what's more impressive than these blinds is the ones at the back. So like I said, the blinds at the back are even more fancy. They are automated. So I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and on count of 3, it's going to go up. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but I really like how this car works. So this is again one of the fancy things that they automated about this car.